This is Scam Breach. We want to share a real-world story of triumph. The name of the bank will not be mentioned. Not because it doesn't matter, but because what happened to them could happen to anyone. This was a trusted financial institution. Years of service. Thousands of customers. A reputation built on security and trust. They had systems in place. Firewalls. Monitoring tools. Employee protocols. Everything you would expect. And yet, it still happened. It didn't start with a system failure. It started with a person. An employee. A normal workday. A normal inbox. Then, an email. It looked internal. Familiar branding. Correct tone. A request that didn't feel unusual. It referenced a system update. A routine security check. Nothing alarming. Just enough urgency to act quickly. The employee clicked. A login page appeared. It looked identical to the bank's internal system. Same layout. Same structure. Same experience. There was no obvious sign anything was wrong, so they entered their credentials. Username, password. Access granted. But not to the system they thought. In that moment, access was handed over. Not forced. Not hacked in the traditional sense. Given. The attackers didn't break in. They were let in. And once inside, they moved quietly. No alarms triggered. No immediate disruption. Just observation. Learning the system. Understanding workflows. Identifying opportunities. And by the time the bank realized something was wrong, the damage had already begun. The first signs were subtle. Unusual activity. Small inconsistencies. Things that didn't quite add up. Then it escalated. Customer data was accessed. Internal systems were touched. And the realization hit hard. This wasn't random. This was targeted. The bank moved fast. Accounts were secured. Access points were reviewed. Emergency protocols activated. But internally, there was a deeper realization. This wasn't just a technical issue. It was a human one. Because no system is stronger than the people who use it. The employee who clicked the link wasn't careless. They were convinced. The email was designed to feel real, to bypass suspicion, to create just enough urgency to override hesitation. And it worked. That's how modern scams operate. They don't just attack systems. They target people. Trust, routine, familiarity. And in this case, they found a way in. The impact was serious. Not just operationally, but emotionally. Because trust had been shaken, not just for the bank, but for the people they served. Customers began asking questions. How did this happen? Is my information safe? Can this happen again? And internally, the same questions were being asked. What went wrong? And more importantly, how do we make sure it never happens again? Because the truth was clear. This wasn't just about fixing a breach. It was about rebuilding confidence.
That's when their story reached us. Scam Breach. And this is where things began to change. Because thanks to the incredible generosity of donors like you, we were able to step in. Not just to respond, but to rebuild. We worked directly with the institution, not to assign blame, but to provide clarity, to educate, to strengthen. We showed their teams how modern scams operate, how attackers think, how they create deception that feels real. We broke down the warning signs, the subtle indicators, the moments where hesitation matters most, because awareness is the first line of defense, and for the first time, Employees saw it clearly, not as a mistake, but as a lesson, a turning point. Training sessions were implemented, protocols were strengthened, internal awareness increased, and something powerful happened. Confidence returned, not because the risk disappeared, but because they were prepared. They understood the threat, and more importantly, they knew how to respond. Today, that institution is stronger, more aware, more resilient, not defined by what happened, but by how they responded, and the people they serve are safer because of it. This is what Scam Breach stands for: exposing scams, restoring confidence, and protecting what matters most, you. Because even when systems are tested, knowledge is what makes the difference. If you like to hear triumph stories like this, let us know. This is Scam Breach. Expose the lie, stop the scam, protect your money. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We will see you in the next breach.